I've been feeling super unproductive all day and can't seem to concentrate. Something needs to be done. I'm in an office environment which should be the most productive place to get things done, but it sometimes isn't. So I set out on a mission to gather all the information available on work environments. We'll do a bunch of experiments to find out what we can do to make things better. But first, our tips all have something in common. I challenge you to guess what that is. Air quality. The number one thing we found from our research is that bad air quality is not only bad for productivity, but also has a negative effect on health. It's called the sick building syndrome, known from the 1970s, when poor office ventilation caused symptoms like headaches, fatigue, coughing, and more. Studies have also found that elevated levels of carbon dioxide between 1,000 to 2,500 parts per million decrease information processing abilities, decrease performance by 10%, and increase rates of people missing work. We can't emphasize how important it is to keep an eye on air quality in your office. Open windows to let the fresh air in, install ventilation systems, and don't let colleagues eat stinky food at the desk. Break rooms. When closing in on the second half of the workday, I already feel tired and can't seem to concentrate. And what I found out is that I'm not the only one. People can't focus and work 8 hours without breaks. Having a place where employees can go to relax, chat with colleagues, and have drinks and snacks is a must. When designing your break room, try to incorporate elements that will help your employees relax. After all, that's what break rooms are for, to give employees a space to relax and focus so they can come back to work rejuvenated and energetic. Cozy sofas, bright colors, and healthy snacks on the table make your break room feel nice and inviting. Make it a place your team would love to go and disconnect from real life. Company culture. When it comes to office environment, company culture is the glue that binds everyone together and keeps everyone aligned with the same values. That way you have every individual person on your team who's helping to steer the boat of a company in the same direction, rather than everyone going off on their own. Many world-famous startups are famous for their company cultures that make people want to work with them and the existing employees to stick with them. One of the most famous examples might be Google, where employees call themselves Googlers and feel very tied to the company. Digital screens with company results. Workplace transparency is crucial for employee motivation, commitment, and productivity. Knowing what other team members do, how they do it, and where the company is going is what boosts team spirit. Here at DeskTime, we've implemented digital screens in workrooms that show the team's performance, so everyone can see how we're doing and how we can all collectively strive to bring in more results. Ergonomic furniture. Sitting is the new smoking. Neck strain, back pain, leg pain are the most common injuries employees nowadays are dealing with. To avoid these, start with ergonomic chairs and individually arranged workspaces adjusted to the proportions of the individual's body. Or try standing desks. We conducted our own study and found that standing at your desk at work can contribute of an up to 10% increase in productivity. That is, if you can get them up. Bonus tip, get rid of outdated furniture. Turns out, outdated furniture makes people lazy and makes them less connected and engaged with work. Fun and vibrant furniture has been found to bring enthusiasm, alleviate stress, and increase productivity. Fun. Have you seen Google offices? Companies like Google, Facebook, Yahoo are famous for their entertainment zones for employees. From chill-out zones with slides to video games and rooms filled with plastic balls. It turns out, employees who have fun at work are found to be more productive. Being entertained also creates a stronger commitment, helps employees relax and clear their minds, and boosts office productivity. But a simple ping pong or foosball table would be fine as well. Gym. Various companies offer their employees physical wellness programs and on-site gyms. And here's why. Physical activity is crucial for employee health and productivity. Studies show physical activities improve concentration, enhance creativity, and have other positive side effects. While you don't necessarily have to have an in-house gym, you should still encourage your employees to move more. One way to do that is to have a space in the office where employees can do some stretching or some physical activities. Another option is to make a deal with your local gym and pay for your employees' membership so they can work out for free. Healthy snacks. People just love free snacks, and who wouldn't? A survey found that companies that provide free food have happier employees compared to those who don't. By providing healthy snacks at the workplace, you're helping your team stay healthy. It was even calculated that for every dollar a company spends on employee health programs, it saves $3.27 in medical costs. Besides, healthy snacking helps workers stay productive. According to Harvard Business Review, what people eat can largely affect their performance. So here are the top superfoods for your crew's productivity. Nuts for brain performance, dark chocolate for focusing skills, blueberries for memory, bananas for energy. In-house library. Experts suggest that reading for pleasure just 30 minutes a day is enough to become more effective at work, improve focus, and deal with problems like depression and anxiety. An in-house library might be beneficial if your employees are working in stressful conditions. Another study even found that reading is a more effective stress reducer than listening to music or taking a walk. Jazzy office music. Shopify found that rhythmic and jazzy music helps workers feel more energetic and enthusiastic when doing everyday tasks. But if music in the entire office building sounds a little bit too much for you, you can limit it to specific rooms only, like break rooms, the office kitchen, or creative meeting rooms. Kitchen. It could be a kitchenette, a lunchroom. The point is to give your employees a space to heat up a meal, or at the very least, have a cup of tea. Proper meals keep employees healthy and balanced. However, one survey found that over 50% of employees eat lunch at their desks, stealing themselves the time to relax and recharge. By having a kitchenette or a designated eating space for your team to have lunch, you're encouraging even your laziest employees, like me, to get up from their desks, move around so they can come back to work more energized. Lighting. Lighting is one of the primary factors that affects employee productivity. If it's too dark, office workers can get sleepy. If it's too bright, it can cause headaches and eye strain. Studies show that natural lighting is the best for employee productivity. It also enhances sleep and quality of life outside the workplace. So, for your employees' well-being, try to incorporate as much natural light as possible. However, if natural light isn't an option, consider using light fixtures that mimics natural sunlight. That way, your employees will feel better, be healthier, and better focused on tasks. Meeting rooms. We all waste hours every week in unproductive meetings. In fact, 67% of all meetings are failures, which cost businesses over $37 billion every year. That's crazy. One way to make meetings more productive is to make meeting rooms less comfortable. That means no sofas or armchairs that might make people feel too cozy. To encourage fewer and shorter meetings, consider an office meeting room without chairs, so-called huddle rooms. You'll quickly notice that these stand-up meetings are incredibly efficient and much more productive than the long ones. Noise-canceling headphones. Data shows that people waste 86 minutes every day because of sound distraction, and interruptions happen about every 11 minutes. If you can't give your employees personal workrooms, at least give them noise-canceling headphones. They help employees zoom out and escape the distractions of the day and work as a signal to colleagues to back off. Office plan. There's no one office plan that's best for employee productivity. It depends on your company and business specifics. But one trend is clear. Companies have been steadily moving from cubicles to open office plans. Executives tend to prefer open office plans that are assumed to improve communication, boost creativity, and build a more positive, less tense office atmosphere. However, some studies are showing the opposite. People working in open offices often have to deal with distractions. They're unable to focus and work effectively. Personally, I think that a hybrid situation with shared spaces and private hot desks could be the way to go. Plants. Plants bring freshness to the office and make it look more welcoming. That's important for attracting new employees and retaining existing ones. But most importantly, plants are found to improve air quality and result in a 15% productivity increase. Studies found that greens in general, but especially spider plants and philodendrons, are the top plants for removing pollutants from indoor air and decrease carbon dioxide. Quiet spaces. While some can work with office noise and deal with interruptions, other people need complete silence to be able to focus. In fact, it was found that nearly 90% of workers around the world are unsatisfied with their work environments, primarily due to a lack of privacy. And while most executives prefer open-concept offices, as found in a study, 36% of employees prefer more isolated workrooms. Consider having quiet workrooms where employees can go when they want to escape all the distractions and work in peace and quiet. Room color. Can you guess the color for productivity? If you guessed green, you're right. Green is found to be the best color for office productivity. It's considered calming, which helps employees stay balanced and improve focus. But there are other situations where other colors might be more effective. Blue is another great one for improving efficiency and, just like green, helps people focus. Choose yellow when decorating an office for artists, designers, and creative workers, as it stimulates creativity. Or go with red for a job that requires physical activity, since it's intense and can increase heart rate. Scents. Aromatherapy is widely used for improving workers' productivity, so bringing in scents to the office can help your team work more effectively. Cinnamon helps fight fatigue, and pine works to boost energy. Citrus scents like lemon, orange, clementine, and grapefruit help reduce stress and fight mental exhaustion, thereby improving focus. Temperature. As a person who is always cold in the winter and way too hot in the summer, I can say firsthand that temperature majorly affects productivity. You will never find a temperature that's good for everyone, but try to find the temperature that most of the team feels comfortable in. Keep in mind that office temperatures in general have more of an influence on women than men. Overall, 22 degrees Celsius is the optimal temperature for maximum productivity, as concluded in a study by Helsinki University. Just 1 degree over and productivity starts to decrease. Uplifting office decor. Psychologists have found that art in the workplace can boost productivity, lower stress, and even encourage employees to innovate. But art is a relative term, and the best art for your productivity depends on your aesthetic. While some may prefer paintings or fine art installations, others can find one motivational poster is all they need to work more effectively. Here at DeskTime, we have a wall of inspirational posters with motivational quotes. A view. Employees are up to 16% more productive when they have an outdoor view. And while any outdoor view is better than no view, employees prefer landscaped areas and other natural scenes like hills, ponds, and waterways. So, if your office has got windows, seating your team so that they can see outside can be a quick fix to happier and more productive team members. Whiteboards. People remember just about 5% of what you say, while they remember around 34% of what they've written down. So consider whiteboards for group note-taking and brainstorming. 21st century tech. Studies show that making your employees work with outdated tech backfires big time. It was found that the average office worker wastes at least 21 days each year due to poor technology. 21 days a year. That's more time than most people spend on a holiday every year. Besides, 1 out of 5 employees surveyed says outdated tech is one reason they're considering looking for a new job. So, saving on tech not only can result in lost money, but also in lost employees. Your desk, your rules. It's important to have the autonomy to use and decorate your workspace to best suit your tasks at hand. By adding just one piece of decor, you could see a productivity increase of up to 15%. And it gets better. Studies found that employees who can personalize their workspace however they want are up to 25% more productive than those who can't. And when people can personalize their workspace, it makes them happier and more satisfied. And a happier employee does a better job. Simple as that. Zen space. Meditation has various health and psychological benefits, and there are tons of studies that prove that. Some of the benefits include reduced stress, better focusing skills, and a greater ability to prioritize effectively. If you do create a meditation room in your office, make sure that it's calm and relaxing. Use colors like green, bring in plants, and make sure there's plenty of fresh air. And there you have it, 26 tips for creating a productive office environment. Did you catch that secret element that all of these tips have in common? Drum roll, please. Each tip corresponds with a letter of the alphabet, listed in alphabetical order. Now, if you guessed, give this video a thumbs up to let me know how many people got it right. And subscribe, we have a lot of good stuff coming up. Also, check out our blog post to read more about these tips. It'll be in the description box below. See you next time.